you can drive most of this island at high.
It's just going to be uncomfortable and a little more difficult.
Yeah, it's just you're up in the soft stuff. Like it's if you got a big van or something, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're in just a car or you got a fairly light trailer, you should be pretty right.
Touch wood, we're not off the beach yet.
We're about to go up a little exit track, so it could be interesting. Says on all your maps you're not allowed to stop on this track, but clearly everyone does.
Just made it more difficult than it needed to be.
Silly spot to stop.
For your safety as well, like if someone comes roaring up there because they have a car that's struggling or they're towing a big load, like
big vans come up here, big boats come up here.
You don't want to be like the one in the road of a 3-ton ram towing a bloody 2.5-ton caravan, like.
Yeah. That's Indian Head bypass track done.
Yeah. Okay, we made it to Zone 8, beach camping. We are all set up. Oh, just about. We've got to pull chairs and things out, but we're pretty well set up. So, for reference, you can punch pretty well up the eastern beach at the point of high tide like we did. It's going to be slow going and it's going to be uncomfortable, but you can do it, can't you, honey?
What's that?
Punch up the eastern beach at high tide.
Yeah, it's definitely doable.
At least pretty well north of Eli Creek anyway.
Yeah. We passed Eli not long after high the other day, but it's doable. Yeah. Depends what swell you've had too.
Yeah.
Like there was a big cutout and the swell had knocked it all down. It's pretty flat.
But if you can avoid it, I would. We were down to what, 40 k's on the beach?
Yeah, it was pretty slow.
Yeah, so it took us like 3 hours to get here from Warralea Creek, so.
But it's either that or sit on the beach all day, or it's really up to personal preference.
We get a bit uppity if we're not set up or pack up. Yeah, we like to just smash it out.
Pack up days aren't a good time for us.
No, even on our anniversary, because we were married 6 years today. We didn't plan it well because it's pack up and set up day. Wouldn't do that again.
It was very silly of us.
It was. Yeah, all set up.
In hindsight, if we ever do this trip again, we're booking a house for the last week.
No, but like if you're going to stay on the eastern beach, I'd probably book accommodation. Western beach is flipping fantabulous.
It's amazing. But I will give the eastern beach, if you come north of Wadey Point, she's pretty protected.
Yeah.
The Wadey Point ends up.
They are. We would probably stay at Wadey Point. We did try, but we sort of left our bookings a little bit late.
But yeah, it's sort of in that bay there, so it's protected from most of your southeasters and stuff.
Yeah. Really nice. Oh, it's a lovely little spot in that. Yeah, it's been a long day.
It has.
Set up and a pack up all in the same day is always a little bit stressful, and it's been very, very muggy today, and we're both sunburnt after 5 days of laying on the western beach.
Stinking hot sun to pack up. Rained all the way here.
Stinking hot sun set up. So. Not that we're complaining, because I would rather the sun than the rain, but yeah. Alright, let's get these last few bits and bobs out, and then we have to duck back into Orchid Beach because we need ice and we need fuel. Our ice actually has done super well. Anyone looking for a really good quality esky, we have the Dometic 111 litre esky, and that block ice we put in the day we left home, which was 11 days ago. It's
still frozen.
And it's still frozen, so highly recommend the Dometic esky. Also highly recommend lots of block ice if you want longevity out of the esky. Yeah, I guess I better go help Joel. So just done our little top up chores for the afternoon. We went into Orchid Beach and we got some ice to top up our esky. which in Queensland you can buy block ice, which just blows my little New South Wales mind. It's such a good idea. So much easier. I got some bread, so we're out of bread. Cruised down to Wadey Point Campground and topped up our water. Yep. And we're now cruising back home, well back to camp, along the nice flat beach. Significantly flatter and more comfortable than when we crossed it at high tide a few hours ago, which does prove that if you can, wait till low tide and don't
it's
beat
like
it.
a highway here and it's like chopped up.
Mush.
Mush up there.
Yeah. Which, like I said, goes to prove, do not be impatient bastards like us. Wait till low tide. But yeah, that's all about us for today. Head back to camp. We might have a drink or two, get some dinner ready. Then tomorrow I think we're gonna hit Wathumba, possibly Champagne Pools, possibly Sandy Cay. We haven't really decided yet, but we'll be sure to let you know.
We will.
Danny and Daisy have come in for a wander to say g'day. I'm standing under a awning. They're trotting off down the beach. Overwhelmingly vastly found that if you were willing to leave the dingo alone, the dingo is more than willing to just trot on past camp. Keep doing their thing. Off they trot. Little Mr. Ghost Crab, mascot of camp. There's holes and tracks everywhere for him here. I think we might have camped on their nursery.
It's a beach, I think there's ghost crabs everywhere.
Well, that's true. But yes, we had another glorious morning on Fraser Island. A little bit breezy this morning, but that's okay.
I think that's just how the East Coast is 90% of the time. So.
I do get that vibe, yes. And another glorious time to do the dishes. There are times I crave a caravan purely for cupboard storage and dishes doing ability. It's a proper sink.
Yeah, would be good.
Yeah. But reliable Betsy, our beautiful camper, has never let us down, so
No, so
can't quite convince me to get rid of her just yet. Ever, actually.
we'll just get in and a caravan.
Yeah, one day. If you ever are looking for a camper and you happen to find a jumbuck one for sale second hand, they don't actually make them anymore, buy it. You will
Actually,
not.
we think they might make them again because we saw one that looked near brand new.
Yeah, I think maybe they just took better care of theirs than we do ours.
Maybe.
Or go less exciting places, let's go with that.
That's possibly true.
But if you find one for sale second hand, you're in the market for a soft floor camper, buy it, because you will not find a more reliable camper. The weather we have sat out in this thing and not a dribble of rain inside.
They don't leak at all.
No. I'm talking like flood level rains and she doesn't leak.
Yeah. There's one Christmas there, it was like 30 mil a day for like a week straight and it didn't even look like leaking.
No. I've seen you step onto the soft floor part and it feel like a water bed. There's that much water under it and it still doesn't.
It still doesn't leak.
No. So if you're in the market for a soft floor camper, I strongly suggest you find a jumbuck one because you will not regret it at all. They're perfect.
They're bloody awful.
It's dinner time. We're doing some honey mustard chicken tonight with some corn on the barbecue and the potato bakes already in the barbecue. For those of you wondering how to keep your rubbish away from dingoes, we just bought these blue tubs from Bunnings?
Yep.
Bunnings?
They're just a water drum with a screw lid.
Yep. I think they're like 20 bucks and they've done awesomely. Although we did have to repurpose the one that I bought as a washing machine.
Because we ran out of
bin
bin
space.
room on the west coast.
Yeah. So
There's no bins over there.
my dirty washing is piling up a touch. Thankfully, we're in our second, well not thankfully, bummer, but thankfully for the washing, we're in our second last night on Fraser Island, which is super sad, but that's okay. It just means the next adventure is a little bit closer. But yeah, excellent way at keeping dingoes out of your rubbish. As you've seen, the dingoes are not afraid to come in close to camp, and so far we have not even had one sniff it, come anywhere near it.
Not even any paw prints around it every morning.
No. So that is the way to go. And because we aren't quite satisfied with the east coast, we're back off to the west coast this morning to check out Wathumba. Wathumba. We couldn't get to Wathumba from where we were camped, so we are heading over there now through Orchid Beach.
Yeah, you can only get to there from Orchid Beach. Couple of turns, you just want to chill in the middle of the beach, not get out of the road.
They're quite a brazen bird. They do not give a shit about your car.
Yeah, you gotta go over from Orchid Beach.
Yeah, so that's this morning's plan anyway. Giles gonna have a fish. I'm going to resume my sunbaking in the sun and try not to get any more burnt than I currently am.
Then we'll probably come back and check out Champagne Pools.
Yeah, and by the time we do that, that should be pretty well our day. So yeah, come along and check it out. And we made it to Wathumba.
We did. And you go for a little walk and check the place out, maybe have a fish.
See what's what.
Etc.
What do you reckon, honey? Look fishy?
Does look pretty fishy. Cruising out of Wathumba after having a nice swim, and there's a dingo puppy sitting right here. They're awfully cute at that age.
And that was Wathumba, complete with fish and baby dingoes.
Yep.
Incredibly beautiful spot. Definitely worth a visit.
Yeah, it's not a huge area, so I'll try and get there relatively early.
Yeah, we got there, it was about 9 o'clock?
Yeah, and
there was
already people there.
Yeah, and filled out really quickly not long after we got there.
If you got a little tinny, you'd be right. There's heaps of area all along there that you could go and
cruise
pull
up
to
to.
the day.
definitely.
Yeah, awesome spot, awesome swimming.
Yeah,
Didn't get heaps of footage there, but we got some drone footage and some snorkeling footage, so we'll show you guys that.
Yeah, we didn't get any footage of it, but we did see a little shark cruising in amongst the shallows.
Yeah, it was cool.
He wasn't going to do any harm, but just be aware, and some sizable stingrays.
Yeah, there's heaps of rays in there at high tide.
Yeah, but super cool spot, definitely worth checking out. Probably, what do you reckon, it was about 30, 40 minute drive from Orchid Beach,
yep.
So
pretty good track.
Pretty close by Fraser Island standards.
Yep, and out of the wind, east coast is pretty blown out. That's awesome over here.
Yeah, we left the east coast this morning blowing probably, what do you reckon, 20 k's?
Yeah, at least.
There was nothing but a gentle breeze on the west. It was bloody beautiful, definitely worth a visit. Yeah. And on our last touristy destination of our stay here, we're checking out champagne pools.
See what all the fuss is about, eh?
Not much cool about it at the moment with the swell.
Yeah, she's fully washing back out just there. A fair bit of swell there. 2 meters.
The wind's gusting.
There's definitely champagniness. You got right up in that corner where those people are, you'd be okay, but the rest of it's pretty sketchy.
I think we'll just stay up here and observe. I've swum in far nicer places this holidays, I don't need to swim here.
We've swum in far nicer places today.
Welcome to Ocean Lakes.
The infamous Nagala Rocks. The Coffee Rock's not as hectic as I thought it would have been. But out that other side looks very, very soft. I definitely probably don't try this if you're on your own. If you're with someone, go nuts. Well, I don't have a helmet, and this is pretty scary, but April's driving on the beach.
First time. No harder beach to do your first run.
Basically a highway. I didn't even put a seatbelt on, that's how
trusting he is.
hang on. There is cops up here sometimes, so big eagle out the front.
Yeah.
Don't know if you can see him, but
It's our last full day on Fraser and we haven't got the best weather for it.
nah, it's a bit rainy.
No good.
But you get that.
You do, unfortunately. I was sort of harangued into having my first beach driving lesson too. I can't drive the drone and I don't like to drive the car, but Joel wanted drone footage of the car driving on the beach, so I had to pick my poison, unfortunately.
But she enjoyed it so much, the drone's packed away and she's still having to drive.
Yeah, well, she's about as hard as bloody a dirt road at the minute anyway.
It is pretty solid. But we're going to cruise down to Wadey Point, have a look down there.
And yeah, I'm not really sure what we're going to do with the rest of our day. We're going to do some fishing and swimming, but it's really...
And a couple of dingoes up on the beach up here, a bit further up.
Up on the right there?
Yeah, they're probably going to be gone by the time we get to them. They're the local ones from our camp anyway, I think.
Danny and Daisy, we've named them.
Yeah. Plenty of dingoes up here, guys. They don't really...
No, especially if you're staying in not a fenced compound like they are, pretty well just going to cruise in and around your camp.
Yeah. But we haven't had any dramas with them. If you were coming up with kids, I'd probably go the fenced ones.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd trust an excitable 2-year-old in a dingo, but...
Yeah, especially one that likes dogs, because they're going to think they're your family pet.
Yeah.
Most of the time they are, but when they're not, it's not pretty.
Yeah. So yeah. But if you're just coming up as, you know, a couple or a group or whatever, the unfenced compounds are definitely a bit nicer locations.
Yeah, and
although you do
think,
have to be self-sufficient, so...
Yeah, I think an older kid would be right, sort of 14 and up, it'd be pretty well sweet.
Yeah.
We also haven't come across any aggressive ones though. If you come across an aggressive one, well, that might be a different story.
Our little pets, Danny and Daisy, they literally nearly cruised under our awning yesterday and couldn't have given a flying flip that we were there.
Yeah, they just sort of cruised through and done their own thing, and we didn't bother them and they didn't bother us, and happy days. Which
has generally been our experience. The dingoes are very used to humans and they are pretty well oblivious of your...
That's pretty much like all wildlife ever. Well, in Australia anyway. You leave it alone, it'll generally leave you alone. There's a few things that'll come.
Yes, I feel like we have some angry wildlife. Yeah. Generally, but yeah.
Generally, if you don't piss it off, you're pretty right.
Touch wood. We still have one night, we won't get too cocky. Yeah, that's it.
Bit older puppy, that one. Maybe 6 months or something by the looks of it. Basically, Kelvin.
Well, our last day on Fraser Island isn't exactly what we expected.
Yeah. That's fairly substantial rain.
All day.
All day. There's a dingo puppy at our window.
Oh, hello!
That doesn't happen. Anyway.
That was good timing.
That was awesome timing.
Yeah. We are supposed to be packing up right now because the tide is super early in the morning, so we want to be...
ready to rock pretty early.
Yeah, at about 7. So we're going to pack up everything, put it in the trailer, in the car, drop the awning. So it's literally just the main camp trailer.
Yeah.
But I was hoping for a break in the weather to do so, because I really, really don't want to get wet again.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah.
We didn't pay that dingo, by the way. That just happened.
That was just sheer good luck. But yeah, that's about us, basically. That's about our Fraser trip over, unfortunately.
Yeah, Nelly.
Just about one last final run down the beach tomorrow, back on the barge and back to reality.
Hopefully it's sunny and we can have a little swim in Eli Creek, but I don't like our chances.
No. The weather prediction is not good, or at least it wasn't before we came over here, because we're in zone 8 at the moment with absolutely zero phone reception, so I can't actually check on the updated weather, but last we checked,
tomorrow is meant to be pretty bad, so, well, tomorrow Arvo is meant to be pretty bad, high winds and stuff, so we're bailing a day early.
Yeah, that's okay, Bob.
We can do a few fun things on the way home, hopefully, and
yeah, see what we see.
That'll be that.
Play it by ear. But yeah, unfortunately our last Arvo on Fraser is spent inside the camper instead of swimming, but
no good.
You get that sometimes. Okay, that's us all unfortunately packed up for our last pack up on the island.
We're about to punch 100 and something k's down the coast to Inskip.
Which means we're up at the ungodly hour of like 20 to 7 fully packed up to meet the tide properly, but you get that.
7:30, so they reckon about 2 hours. Yeah. They reckon a little bit under, but we're going to take it easy.
Yeah, with the trailer and that, we're not in any hurry to break anything before we get off the island.
We should be down there about 8:30.
jump on the barge and across, at which point we'll have some service and see what the weather is going to do.
Yeah, if the weather's alright when we get to Elo, we won't have a quick swim if it's not too packed, but
yeah,
we'll see how we go.
See how we go. But yeah, unfortunately, very, very sadly, that brings to a close our 12 days on Fraser Island.
Yeah.
Which is a real bummer, but that's okay. Next holiday's just a little bit closer.
That's it. So we will see you guys at Inskip.
Yep. We were air up for the first time in 12 days. Tyres won't know what it's hit them.
Yeah.
The little dingo's come to say goodbye to us for our last trip off Fraser. Looks like he's digging with his brekkie actually. And unfortunately, there in the distance is mainland Australia, marking the end of our Fraser Island adventure, unfortunately.
Yep. That's double Island Point out in the distance. We might check that out before we go.
Yeah. We still do have a couple of nights until we actually have to be at home, so we'll see what we see.
Check the weather, assess accommodation options, and go from there.
But yeah. Bummer, nearly back at the barge.
Yeah. Last trip back over on the barge, back to Inskip. Oh yeah, no good.
No, very sad.
That is it. And that is it for Fraser Island 2022. We are back on the mainland.
That was our Fraser Island adventure, dusted and done. So amazing, but 100% best holiday.
It was unreal.
Yeah. So thank you for coming along with us and checking out Fraser Island with us for the first time.
Yep. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah. If you haven't watched the previous videos, I think there's about 3 videos previous to this of our adventure leading up to this moment. As always, go check out Instagram, Facebook and TikTok. We're all over that as well. And thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys next time.